All right, cool. All right, I'm recording now.
All right, let's do
All
it.
right. All right. So, Satthew from NRG, thank you for taking the time here. We're going to make this short, sweet, right to the point. Talk to me about FIFAE. Obviously, you guys went pretty far, lost to France, but how was the experience?
Yeah, it was a good experience. First time for all my guys, second time for me. I think FIFA did a good job kind of improving the tournament experience from last year to this year. I think they took feedback from last year pretty well. Format was cool as ever. I like the idea of draws. It's just a nice little switch up. Let some maybe lower quality teams get results that they wouldn't have otherwise in a series. Obviously disappointed not to win. I think we had it in our hands, but it was, I think, a decent return to form for us. So yeah.
Yeah. Real quick, if you can say, what's the thing that you noticed that was different with your feedback?
So with the tournament specifically,
Yeah.
yeah, honestly, so the stage itself, as well as the practice areas, were slightly improved from last year. They brought back all the coaching tools and tool set that they provided last year to this year as well. So, we get live replays that we can look at mid-series, which is something you don't get at majors and worlds, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because we have that little tablet in the back that also shows heart rate. And just general practice area was slightly bigger and just a little less condensed compared to last year. So yeah.
Yeah. Do you know how that worked? Like the live replays? Was it like you had a stream or something? Like how that worked?
Yeah, so I don't know the full schematics behind it, but they essentially, you were broadcasted pretty much this live feed of the observer in game, and it was just an overhead view, so that's all you saw.
Yeah.
But because it was a feed and it was being recorded, you could rewind and go forward, set key points when goals happened or when moments happened that you wanted to look back on. So that was pretty cool. Can't say it's not like I'm constantly using it during the series because I like just watching the live POV of my guys because again I like the players' POVs. But it was cool to kind of look back and maybe bring up some points real quick in some of the series.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's definitely, yeah, I noticed the tablet and things, but I didn't know how it worked, so that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
And then yeah, you talked about being back in form. Yeah, kind of run me through just real briefly. Obviously, the Open 1 loss into this FIFAE event. What was kind of the discussion amongst the team based on what had happened?
Yeah, so I think Beast had kind of outlined it in his regional recap video that he does, following every regional on his YouTube. So I think kind of the new season kind of crept up on us. I know by Worlds we kind of knew when the next season was going to start, but I think I didn't take the right steps to kind of prep the team to be mentally checked in enough to practice properly and play our style how we want to. And so, we get to that open, and I think we handle Swiss Sunday super well, but that week of practice following was just subpar. It was way below standard, honestly. And that caught up to us on that day. Lost a tough game 5 to Redacted, but we were down in that series, and then just fell to Genji, and we were kind of just, we're dead on arrival in a way. So I'd say, honestly, it was just lack of prep, lack of mental, checked inness.
Yeah.
Whatever the word may be for that. It's just not coming to me right now. But yeah, it's been countering a lot of that. And so I think we got to FIFAE, became a lot more aware of our situation. I think we also knew it was going to be a practice point because since we missed Copenhagen, our whole schedule for that month changed. A lot of our plans changed. Had to redo a lot of flights, going straight to Saudi instead of Copenhagen, and just kind of settle in during a lot of pandemonium. So we really checked in for that. We got some good practice against teams that we didn't get to see since we weren't in Copenhagen, and kind of just made the most of that.
Yeah. Okay. And what was that like? Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. What was that like? Not being able to watch Copenhagen and not play. Surely that wasn't the best feeling, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you want to, I hate watching like lands that we're not at, obviously. So it's a pretty tough feeling. It's trying to use it as much as like fuel as possible.
Yeah.
Because, we want to be there. We want to compete. We want to show everyone that we're the best team in the world and we deserve that title. But yeah, so it's a frustrating feeling, but only so frustrating when we knew like we did this ourselves. It wasn't like out of our control or anything. So
Right.
yeah.
I mean, that being said, though, I mean, you talked about the loss to Redacted. You got to see, them perform, kind of like a little taste of them internationally, just as well as like North America as a region. I mean, there have been like slight conversations about NA being, having like maybe strong 3, maybe strong 4. I mean, do you feel the same after seeing everything?
I think the levels definitely improved from last year, in that like 3-4 range. Um, the grand final still kind of, it was still kind of a smacking by KC.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. That's kind of the team that needs to be stood up to in Europe from an NA team right now. Obviously, we failed to do so last year, but we definitely, those were series when we played against the KC, and both times we played them in Birmingham and EWC. So that was a little disappointing to see, but I think still the general level has raised a bit. So yeah, that's all there really is to say about that, honestly.
That's fair. That's fair. Now we got Open 2 coming up soon. I mean, what's been obviously, you have like a little bit of a holiday break. How do you move from the holiday break into getting ready for this?
Yeah, so honestly, like kind of what I was saying, how the new season crept up on us, I made sure like following FIFAE, we all took time off the game, time away from each other. Said, get your rest time in now, because when we get back, it's just work, and we're just working and we're working and we're working. So yeah, we've transitioned into a very serious, but still fun and relatively lighthearted environment, but kind of characterized a bit more by how like hard we're working. So yeah, it's making sure our scheme is correct, the scheme is being followed, everyone's bought in, and that we're like playing and treating every day with like so much intention, more so than we had leading up to Regional 1.
True. Well, wait. Oh, okay. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. That threw me off for a little bit. I mean, cool. That sounds cool. How was your holiday?
That was great. I mean, again, like I said, took time off, saw some friends from out of town, saw lots of family from out of town, just mentally reset. And now that I got to, chill for a little bit, back in the routine, you're trying to lead the guys to just greatness. So, yeah.
Oh, I love that. Have you guys started scrims up?
Yeah, we started back this week, like many of the top teams did. So, yeah, we're back into it, and things have been going great so far. So, looking to obviously, do what we normally do in Regional 2.
Hey, I hope to see it, man. Matt, thank you for taking the time to talk with me, man. And good luck.
Of course, man. Thanks for having.